This is bullshit.
So much bullshit going on.
It's very true. And it's got me, like, zonked and drained. So, to start off, I'm gonna apologize as the editor. It's my job, and therefore, more or less my responsibility, but the lack of BrantFurred play this month is kind of on me, but at the same time, it's kind of on other things.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, fuck you. Well, not fuck YouTube, because we're still uploading to it, but at the same point, fuck YouTube.
I think I briefly mentioned it last month, possibly, or at some point during something.
I know you've tweeted about it.
I've tweeted about it quite a bit, and I think I've had BrantFurred tweet about it quite a bit, but we've been blanketed with monetization request problems, which basically means that they're trying to claim that everything we do doesn't belong to us, so there's no right that they should have to effectively advertise it and allow us to earn money off of it, which, you know, is not exactly something that we're doing, but this happened after I actually filled out all the forms to do this, so it was fine putting ads on things until they started having to pay us for it. So I've been kind of annoyedly dealing with that. Every time we upload something, I get an immediate thing back, and then I have to fill out a form, and if I don't fill out the form, they try to remove the video, and all in all, it's a lot of bullshit to have to deal with. I understand something like Mario World, where Nintendo has their partner program, so I get it. And for the majority of those, I've just given the copyright thing to Nintendo. But for some of the other stuff, there's...
Like our podcast?
Yeah, they flagged the podcast, which put me more or less up in arms. So apologies for this podcast being a little different than the last few, because I need to effectively cut back and make this only our content. Because if that's the case and they still flag it with it only being us talking and the flat image you see before you, then there's no reason for it and it's harassment, then I can make some sort of a case based on that. So
Bullshit.
yeah, it's a lot of bullshit, so apologies for next to no play except for kind of the Mario World stuff I've had left over, and even apologies for that kind of slowing down. I've been doing a lot of Isaac Zephyr channel work because Minecraft update came out, Terraria update came out, I've been playing with Team Punch Town, Guild of Dungeoneering, so I've been doing a lot, it's just none of it has been BrantFurred because BrantFurred's been having to deal with this bullshit.
So much bullshit.
Added to the fact that we haven't been able to see each other very much because our schedules have been very tight recently.
Yes. Especially mine. I've been, like, pretty much busy every day.
You just go from place to place to place, don't you?
I really don't have a home. I'm kind of like the littlest hobo, only really big. And Fox.
Actually, the funny thing is we were watching That 70s Show because it was on Netflix, and there was an episode where they were talking about, and there was this little, clown figure, and they're like, not the littlest hobo, and I'm like, the littlest hobo is a German Shepherd.
Yeah.
What the hell? But
It was a hobo clown.
yeah, but the littlest hobo was a German Shepherd.
Yeah, but it came out after the 70s. So they didn't know about the littlest hobo German
I
Shepherd.
guess. I also think the
at that time.
littlest hobo is a Canadian thing.
It could be. I don't know. Is it a Canadian show?
I thought it was...
I'm pretty sure it is.
I thought it was British.
I don't
Maybe I'm
think
wrong.
it's British, but it's been so long since...
I'm pretty sure it's Canadian.
Well, just thinking of the intro of it, it reminds me a lot of, British shows where it's very plain, it's just, wandering.
Actually,
British! We're plain!
It reminds me nothing of British shows that I've seen, but, I mean, I only started watching British shows recently, so...
I was gonna say, yeah, I remember, when I was a kid, British shows would come on YTV at, 1 a.m., and I'd be watching...
Are You Being Served?
Are You Being Served?
Yeah!
And
Art thou being served, good sir?
And some other British show that I can't remember with a family.
Yeah, I can't remember at all.
We adopted a cat.
We also did adopt a cat.
Oh, yeah. Sofa.
Zofa.
I said Zofa.
You said with this S sound.
I did. I admit my mistake.
I've been trying to think of stuff that actually happened during this month. I know elections are starting.
What kind of elections?
Government.
Yeah.
Oh, who gives a shit?
No one. That's why nobody's voting in Canada.
It's Canadian politics. I mean, we're so bored with our own politics, we watch American politics.
Because American politics are a farce.
They really are. It's smear campaign versus smear campaign.
Even ours are like that, though.
Yeah, they
it's
really
really
are.
upsetting to me that...
But even our smear ads are kind of nice. Justin Trudeau, he's just not right for right now.
No, the one that I keep seeing is the anti-NDP ad for the fact that they want to make referendums easier to win.
I don't think I've actually seen that one.
I think it's not easier to win, but easier to take place.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, what pissed me off is the last time I voted for, like, the...
Liberal? Conservatives?
No.
NDP?
NDP.
Green Party?
Federal government.
Oh, the whole thing.
The whole thing. Last time I voted and they had their ad campaigns, it took me, like, literally 1 month to see one positive campaign.
Yeah, they really gotta start campaigning for themselves.
No one campaigns for themselves. It's all, these other guys are shit. And I'm like, I don't want to listen about how you think the other parties are shit. I want you to try and promote yourself and make yourself look good.
Yeah.
Well,
And this isn't helping.
Well, the actual NDP ads have actually been, from what I've seen at least, positive for themselves.
That's what I find, and that's what it was last time. Is the first positive ad that I saw was an NDP ad, and that was when
But the main
Dave Levac was still... No, not Dave Levac. That's our local guy. Who was the NDP guy who died? Orange Crush.
Oh, damn.
What's
What's
his
his
name?
name? He was really good, too.
He was.
I voted for him.
I did too.
Still didn't win.
I know.
The main bit that it comes down to is that I think for the most part they're trying to avoid making any sort of a promise.
No, that's another local guy. Why can I only think of our local representatives?
Because they're local?
Probably.
There's a chance we've seen them?
I think what it is with it is that nobody wants to make promises and then be known as the one who didn't fulfill that promise. Like, again,
you can make a positive campaign without making promises.
I don't disagree. But, like, again, the NDP's the only one that I've seen with any sort of a thing, and it was because that they want to make referendums easier. But all the slander on it is because the last referendum was about Quebec separating. And it's like, you can't really complain at them for that, because Quebec's been trying to do that for years. If they win, that's on them. It's their own thing. It's not us separating a country. It's just, that's how it is. Are you actually
Jack Layton.
Jack Layton.
That was his name. Jack Layton.
Thank you.
That was Orange Crush.
Because, like, I have no problem against Quebec, but if they want to be an independent nation, let them.
Yeah, and then we can invade them and take over.
Well, it's not so much that they want to be an independent nation. They want to be an independent nation, but keep the money. It's like, no, fuck off.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like, it's either be an independent nation and take what that gives you,
It's like
and suck.
Yeah. I like the Robin Williams joke about it. It's like a teenager who wants to move out of home, but I'd still like to get allowance. It's like, no, fuck off, you.
And read your fridge.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, that's the thing with Quebec. Is when it finally gets down to it and they do it, they're gonna do it and they're gonna regret it. Which is, I think, why they consistently keep failing whenever it goes to vote. Is because it's like, alright, if you want to do this, you gotta deal with all the consequences. And they're like, no.
Yeah, they don't even want to support themselves.
Like, it was like the whole Scottish independence thing that was X number of months ago. Where...
Oh, I remember that.
The Scottish independence actually went up. They were going to be free of England. And then it went down because they were like, it doesn't matter. No.
It doesn't actually...
change anything?
I was going to say benefit them in any way.
Yeah.
They're an independent nation, but that means they have to make their own currency.
Yeah.
It means that they have to rely on their own exports and imports. They don't get any help from outside sources. It doesn't benefit them ultimately.
Yeah.
Same thing with Quebec. Again, they don't have any major exports. Like,
they're not touching water on the majority of their sides because you've got all the provinces on the opposite end. So
yeah,
they can't have fishing or anything like that.
They don't have fishing. They don't have lumber. They don't have like fresh water. They don't have like anything.
They import all the potatoes you want. You can't export poutine.
Yeah. We have our own poutine, and it's pretty damn good depending on where you're going.
Pulled pork poutine.
Ah, yeah.
But yeah.
That aside, though, so they'd have to change their currency. They'd have to import basically everything they would need. Their economy would plummet. I'm sorry.
Maybe that would bring up our dollar.
Woohoo!
No, come buy stuff. We don't have Quebec anymore.
French no longer required on anything. All the packaging changes so that it's English only. They save millions on translators.
Actually,
We still have Ottawa.
Ottawa is mostly French. The other bit is, I believe,
Because
most
they're on
of
the
the NWT, and none of it. A lot of them are also French.
Bastards.
None of it? NWT?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Northwest Territories, pretty sure.
I don't think they're French.
Native?
I'd say native over French.
Anyway,
Inuit?
I know the Métis are also a thing in Manitoba, and they're French. So
Kinda
you've got
has.
French is part of our whole thing.
Yes,
it's not
yeah.
just
Oh
Quebec.
man, can't stop coughing.
I think that's maybe a thing that Quebec doesn't realize as well, is that they are maybe the predominantly French because they choose to be, but that French is still part of everywhere else
Yeah.
in Canada.
Yes, we are a bilingual nation.
Nation, whatever you want to call it.
Yes.
And if you go to my job, we're trilingual.
Ooh, Spanish?
No,
Oh.
Filipino.
What?
Yeah, like my job is like half. Like we got basically half the population of the Philippines working for us.
Oh my.
Nice.
Yeah. And I'm the tall guy.
I was gonna say, I don't know if that comes out racist or
No, that's just statistics.
half of the
Well,
population of the Philippines.
okay, well maybe that's.
You mean like half
We just have a lot.
half the Filipino population of BrantFurred, perhaps.
Actually, yeah, that's probably more accurate.
There you go.
Anyway,
Is the cat purring?
no.
Oh.
And you're doing
But she's
it
gonna
wrong.
fall off the chair.
She does that. She's very clumsy.
And by doing it wrong, I mean petting the cat, not
Oh, she likes that. She likes belly.
doing the cat.
But
It's
Yeah.
weird to pet your cat with a boner.
moving on
What?
from politics.
That's a
as we
song.
discussed-
Or-
What?
It's a line in a song, actually. It's all stuff that's weird to do with a boner.
What? Dying over here.
And one of them is, it's weird to pet your cat with a boner.
Why would that even be a thing?
I could pull it up for you when we're done.
Your boner?
Oh yeah, so
Oh,
Foxin,
yeah.
did you hear the new Skylander amiibo?
Oh god.
Skylanders are now amiibos?
2.
4.
4.
So
Because
what, like
special.
Spyro?
No. They're creating a new Nintendo. Okay, this is the stupid thing, and this is what pisses me off. Nintendo's getting into Skylanders, so they have Bowser and Donkey Kong as Skylanders, and they have a dark version of both of those Skylanders.
Oh, God damn it.
The Skylanders double as amiibos. However, the problem is they are not sold separately. Each one is bundled with a starter pack of the game.
Oh, God. So the only way you can get
so
them
the only way
is to buy Skylanders.
No. The only way to get them all is to spend $400 buying 4 starter kits
Oh, my God.
for Skylanders.
I mean, like, and I thought the amiibo thing has been bad so far, where you've got like exclusive only releases elsewhere. Like, it's at the point that EB here has had to release a thing for the Dark Pit amiibo coming out, where it's like, okay, there's no pre-orders and only 1 per person that comes in.
You know, in England, they have no exclusives. All stores carry all of them.
Even the ones like Rosalina, because that'd be
Yep.
awesome.
Yep.
Well, I know
Even check out the Wikipedia page. It shows you which ones are exclusives. Go to the UK column. None are exclusive.
Nice.
Yeah, but anyway, so if you are a diehard collector of these things, the only way to get all 4 of these Skylander amiibo combos is to fucking spend $400 getting 4 versions of the same fucking starter kit.
And good luck selling the other 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, come on! That is retarded.
Granted, for that one, I think that's more of an Activision problem, and the majority of people seem to believe that that particular business choice wasn't a Nintendo one, because that's kind of how Skylanders has been doing their thing for a while now. Like, even when I first got Skylanders, I got the 3DS version, which had Dark Spyro for it, so I couldn't get regular Spyro short of getting a different starter version of the game. And there's the dark versions that have always come with starter versions of the game. So it's kind of an Activision thing. That's how they normally do things. It's just, it's not a good thing for Amiibos to have this happen.
No, not at all.
Especially when they already had a really janky program with release.
Yeah.
I know. Like, why not just
Like
put
people,
them out there?
people are just buying them like straight from Japan and paying shipping.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
And that's probably
how sad is that?
It's probably how people are going to get the other 3 that they need for the Skylanders as well.
Well, that's still debatable because they're only sold in the kits. They're not sold individually. So
Yeah, so far.
buying them from Japan specifically.
Japan always gets stuff that we don't.
Except Activision, I don't think it's a Japanese company.
No, probably not.
I think Activision, most of their stuff they're known for is Tony Hawk, so that would probably make them American, maybe European.
I don't know. Doesn't really matter. It's something that I saw that I was like, what?
Yep. That is bullshit.
Also, something I just want to throw out there, and I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this, and we kind of talked about it before. Five Nights at Freddy's 4 released early, quote unquote. What's your thoughts with Scott Hawthorne, or whatever his name is, releasing 4 games in a series in 1 year?
That's, I mean, good for him, because, I mean, shit, I can't make 4 games in a year, can you? I can't make 4 board games in a year.
I don't even think I played 4 board games in 1 year.
The games aren't really my thing, so much like most of the times we've talked about it, my opinion is kind of moot.
Yeah, I don't really
You
give
can
a shit
still have a
about games
point.
either,
You
but
can still have an opinion on the fact that he has essentially risen up and watered down his own game series in the course of 1 year, because he actually released number 4 on the anniversary of number 1. Like, to a T, 1 year.
Five Nights at Freddy's is only 1 year old.
Yep. It was released in 2014. Wow. It is 1 year old.
That has been one long ass year.
I think
I swear, I feel like I feel like I know stories of Five Nights at Freddy's from when I was 10. It feels like that old.
Yeah, but it is 1 year old.
I think
How crazy is that?
I think the one opinion can I have on is he's delivered. He made the first one, people liked it, so he delivered a second. People liked the second, they had questions, so he delivered a third. And now he's released a fourth to kind of wrap up the majority of things. So I can't complain at him for delivering, especially when a lot of Kickstarter games and whatnot just fall through completely.
What are you doing, Foxin?
Foxin, no music.
I paused it.
Yeah, but
It's not gonna play.
close the laptop.
Don't close the laptop. That's my computer.
I don't.
Just don't touch the laptop.
I thought it was a news story. I didn't know it was gonna jump up to a video. And then I saw YouTube loading and it was too late. I was hoping for pictures, not a video. Keep talking. I was gonna bring this up next. I just wanted to have.
What were you
something
gonna
up.
bring up? Because that's basically all we had.
Oh well, okay. Let's see if I'm gonna mute this so that I can actually show you this. It is a piano made to look like an NES.
I heard about that.
Oh, I heard about that too.
Oh, you guys already heard about that. Okay.
Yeah,
I just think it's a very gross waste of money.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're giving it away for free.
I guess.
It's just, I find it's a gross waste of money. There's no point in it.
I think that's awesome. I love custom made stuff like that.
I don't disagree that it's neat, but it.
I mean,
It's kind of one of those passing points where you kind of go, huh.
It even has giant AV cables coming out of the side of it, leading to God knows where, and a controller port plugged into the bench. Like, the bench is a controller that plugs into the main piano through a oversized controller port of an NES. That's attention to detail. Like, come on, that's awesome.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's not attention to detail and that it's not detailed. I just think it's kind of neat, but it doesn't have any lasting impact. I don't play piano, so I'm not like, oh shit, I want to get that so I can play it, because I can't play piano.
Anyone can play piano. You're making noise with the notes. You're playing the piano. It's not a good song, but I mean, hey, you're playing piano.
I don't know. It seems overtly you know how when you walk into that one gaming guy's place and you're like, this guy goes a little too far with this?
Sid?
No, I don't mind Sid too much. I mean, but his house is built as a museum. It's intended that people are supposed to go in. And
He had a giant ass collection and be like, how can I make money with this without selling it all?
But the thing is he doesn't really make money out of it.
Okay.
The museum is donation, so
Yeah.
you go in, and if you want to donate something, you make a donation for all of his open houses, and then for the games nights, he does a 50-50 raffle draw for the stuff, and then the rest of it is, like, I'm sure to pay off the costs of food, electricity, having a whole bunch of people in his house.
Yeah. No, I get that.
So,
But, I
it's a
mean,
museum, first and foremost.
It's his collection, first and foremost.
That he opens up to people.
Yes.
I open up my front door. Does that make my house a museum?
For you? Yes.
A museum of me, yes.
But-
Come see the
but
museum of me.
The thing is he has it's a collection, but it's also dating back years and years and years, where he's categorizing and showing off, like, the evolution of electronics, gaming, computing, etc.
I'm not putting down what he does. I'm just saying, it's more his collection.
Yes.
Yes and no. Like, he does get people donate to him too. So
Yeah.
anyway,
Moving on.
I've actually Zelda teaser.
no, it's a fake. There is.
Oh, I figured it was fake.
It's always fake.
Yeah, I've seen this person in that teaser. But anyway, moving on to something a little more close to home for the most part. It's something that we've talked about quite a few times since the original founding of BrantFurred. Since back when we had 4 members. You remember when we had 4 members?
I remember when we
Barely.
had 4 members.
It was even harder to get us together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I've been speaking with some of the Condition crew, or more specifically Cajun, just asking a couple of different questions and whatnot, because, I mean, one of the main things that me and Riffti did and how we kind of got together initially was Condition. We really enjoyed Condition.
It's where we met, and it's where we sort of hit it off.
Yeah. And I really don't know how to word what I'm trying to say. It's really difficult. But that convention scene, that personal level, was really something that left an impact. And actually, one of the main reasons that we founded BrantFurred in the first place was that we were thinking we wanted to do a convention.
Well, essentially what it is, we wanted to bring a convention to people and experience the other side, because Condition brought us a lot of joy over the course of a weekend. And we wanted to try and see if we can bring that same level of joy to other people.
Yeah.
I got that same feeling when I first went to Infernal Equinox.
Yeah. Yeah, you never got a chance to go to Condition.
I did not get a chance to go to Condition.
That's too bad.
But I mean, with Ontario so empty of cons, it's along the lines of like, well, I can go to Fernal or I can go to nothing. And
Well, there's Feral as well. But
And
that's a little different, because
That's camp.
it's camp and it's really expensive.
I don't like camp.
the other bit with Feral, or not Feral, but Fernal, is that kind of over the years, like, what is it, 5 years it's been going now, or
5 or 6?
Anyway, but over those years, they've had a lot of instances where it's fallen into, like, significant drama. Like, you've got Dan Skunk, you've got...
Oh, Dan Skunk has been a thing with it for years.
I know, but then
What's his thing with it?
Dan Skunk?
Yeah.
Dan Skunk was a member of the Concom.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
didn't know that.
yeah, he was originally, and essentially what happened is after a year or 2 years or 3 years, whatever it was, they essentially kicked him out.
Ah.
And he runs OntarioFurries.com.ca, something like that.
The brown one.
The brown.
The brown one.
But he runs Ontario Furries, and essentially what it was is anyone caught mentioning Fernal in the least, like, amount, banned instantly. And he got so much flack from it. Essentially, there was a max exodus of a lot of the active users from Ontario Furries, and that's what prompted the creation of Ontario Furs.
Ah.
And then...
I knew that there were 2 groups. And
There's
that
2
they didn't,
groups,
and
and
then
they
that
are-
one
they-
didn't like the other, and it's like, whatever. You do your own thing. I'm just going to go ahead and do mine.
And then more recently, if you follow any of the original Condition staff, or even watch the Team Punchdown stream, on Thursdays or my recordings of them throughout the week afterwards,
Mhm.
there's a lot of bad blood between the condition staff and Fernal. Fernal, it's a good con, but it has a really nasty habit of making a lot of enemies, which I think for a lot of people makes it a little bit of a hostile environment. Unfortunately, like I love it. I would speak highly of it, but
We had a lot of fun there. I've been there the last 2 years. I had a lot of good times.
yeah,
I went there 2 years ago. I wish I could have gone this past year.
It's not
Next year.
It's not the personal level that Condition was, so it's not that small con atmosphere where you can go and you can feel comfortable with everyone. If you're going to Fernal for the first year, there's a lot of distance between you and everybody else going. It's like, okay, I'm here. I guess I'll do con things.
And I guess, yeah, that's kind of how I felt when I first got there, too. For when I first got there, it was like, okay, all the people, and I'm probably not going to talk to any of them.
Yeah, it's like people go with friends, whereas with Condition, it was people you go and you made friends.
Yeah.
Well, that's how it was for us anyway. We met up on the first day and we stayed friends the whole time.
We also met Talus.
We met Talus.
Haven't talked to Philinix in a long time.
No, Philinix, no, but Oren was at, we met Oren, and Oren was at Fernal, and we were like, oh, hey, haven't talked to you in like forever. So.
But like that lack of ability...
That's also where we met Wellness.
It is. But it lacks the ability to expand the community. That was weird to say. It's with Fernal, because you're not going and making connections, you're going generally with your group and having a good time. There's nothing wrong with that. But I like that Condition was able to kind of expand the community, and it's something that I hope in time, because I mean this is still in its very early phases of us working on actually putting together convention stuff. But I really want it to be able to help expand the community and make us more tight-knit and better as a whole.
See if we can get rid of some of the furry drama.
Yeah.
That plagues our fandom.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Also have a good environment where people can go have fun, meet new people, and strengthen their ties within the fandom, because we are a very unique group of people.
Yeah, very much so. Unfortunately, you can't really do any of that without not even so much creating drama. There will always be people who go out of their way to create drama.
Oh, yeah.
They just go in, they troll, and then they sit back in a corner. Yes, give me your tears. I will use them as lubrication.
I don't disagree.
Oh, that took a turn.
And as we go down this venture, like, there are going to be problems that we're going to have to surmount. Like, we're going to have issues not unsimilar to the whole monetization crap that I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, where there's going to be people who believe that we're stepping on their toes and are going to appropriately try to retaliate. But
honestly, I think we have the gumption where...
Gumption?
Yeah, the gumption.
Alright, I'm down for gumption.
Gumption. We have the gumption where...
That's gonna be our new word. It's right up there with Bontois.
Bontois. Bontois! But we have the wherewithal where we will not back down from challenges, and we are going to have to rely on you guys just as much as... probably, like, just as much as you have to put your trust into us to be able to create something great.
Yeah. And we want to create something great, something everyone can enjoy.
Yeah, we want to...
Everyone will want to come... Well, that's our hope.
Basically, what it kind of boils down to is we want to make something for you. We want to give back to this great community. But we're going to need some help doing that. So...
We'll talk about it more later.
In greater detail.
We're running out of episode time now, but we wanted to get your guys' opinions on it, so...
We've been sitting on this for a long time.
Yeah.
Look at it this way.
Waiting for the right time.
We were originally going to talk about this and get everything started to put together in October, but then my work started laying off.
And I think that's about the time I started looking for a condo, too.
Foxin started getting a condo, so... We put it on the back burner, we're bringing it back to the front, and this time, instead of it being just kind of an our thought thing, we wanted to make it, or basically let you guys in on it. Because, like I said, I've been talking to Cajun and a couple of other people at this point, and I want to take it off the back burner to start working on it, which means that Well, we need to let you guys in on it. If that makes sense.
This may also mean that other things might have to take a seat on the back burner.
Yeah. Like BrantFurred Play, because until that gets dealt with, unfortunately, I can't keep posting.
Added to the fact that if we are actually starting to go with the con idea, there's a lot of stuff that we're going to have to do to make this, and we're going to have to put a lot of focus onto it.
It's going to take a lot of duct tape.
If you follow the Twitter and Facebook, anything that we even slightly mention to do with either of them will pop up at some point or another.
Yeah.
So, keep your ear to the ground on that one. But, yeah, I think that's about it for this month. It was pretty empty. Politics and whatnot, everyone's worried about that rather than anything.
Casual time?
Any closing words?
Just keep your eyes and ears open for more updates from the BrantFurred team.
Yep.
And I'll work on, like I said, this podcast's a little lower quality than...
It's not lower quality per se, it's just a step back.
Yeah.
Until we can get this figured out, because I need to find out, are they trying to flag us for the intro music, which is open, or
Open source,
you don't need
yeah.
to explain it all.
all sorts of nonsense. If you want to know more about copyright law, email me. And by email me, I mean I'm not telling you my email.
Send him a tweet.
Yeah. there you go.
Everyone tweet Isaac.
Don't
So you
tweet
can
us.
learn about copyright law 140 characters at a time.
Anyway, we'll see y'all later.
Bye everyone.
Nicole, if you're listening to this, I love you.
Oh yeah, Foxin got a girlfriend.
We don't need to talk about it. We're done.